A Tipsy Nightmare Night. With the not-so-much-anymore recent reintegration of ponykind back into play, so did the holidays come along with them. One of them was the very popular Nightmare Nights. This holiday was actually later found out by the three races that they still all celebrated it. But with the merge, it brought much more variety to the type of Nightmare Night attire. Earth ponies thought it revolved around fun stuff like cartoon characters, and posing as your favorite public workers like being a police officer or firefighter. Pegasi thought it revolved around much older times, with Roman-inspired attire with robes and gold accessories. The unicorns seem to have Nightmare Night down to its name, by being as scary as they can get. They even use their crystals around Bridlewood to light up their scary attire, with fake blood, fake wounds, scary masks, ghost costumes, and much more terror-inspired costumes. For Maritime Bay, it made the ambience much more uncanny than ever before. But with that said, it also made it more fun for the town's ponies. The streets now had everything from the two other pony races. There were flickering ambient crystals around the streets, courtesy of Bridlewood, as well as gold elements from Zephyr Heights. For the main five, they took the opportunity to explore their options from the other regions. Sunny decided to go Zephyr Heights style, wearing an elegant white robe that covered her body, slightly touching the ground at her rear, with a pure gold thin tiara on her head, much like Pip's. Her hooves were finished with golden tint, and around her neck lay a golden necklace lined with orange crystals that were illuminated from Bridlewood. Izzy went for Maritime Bay attire, electing to wear a fitted doctor's outfit. The white lab coat, along with a slightly blue-tinted button-up shirt, gave Izzy a slightly enhanced appeal to her body, as the outfit was fitted specifically for her. The black tie that hung around the collar of her buttoned-up shirt and the glasses really made her look, well, attractive. Zip went for this scary Bridlewood vibe, being a type of zombie-broken pony. Her coat was no longer pure Snow White, but now dirty and dusty. The same went with her mane, though it wasn't messy, but in the same neat fashion, though bloodstained. Cuts and bruises were all over her, with fake blood dripping and stained on her white coat wherever a cut might be. Her left eye was severely bruised, with blood trickled down the outer corner of it. Her wings had gashes at their base, and some broken up white plastic material to impose broken bone to enhance her dead effect. Her eyes were styling purple eyeliner and pure black mascara, as well as her lips having a slight gloss effect. Her eyes themselves wore red contacts that actually glowed with the help of Bridlewood crystal technology being implemented into them, giving her an evil look. Pip and Hitch went for a classic duo, a witch and a scarecrow. Hitch's scarecrow was the usual, a ragged hat, woven shirt, and some dark makeup on his face to give him a scarier effect. However, Pip stole the show. Her witch outfit was on the more suggestive side of costumes, being more fitted, giving off a sex appeal. Her hat was made of smooth black fabric, as she wore a matching cape to go with it. Lastly were the items that were giving her a rather captivating look. Black lipstick, along with stockings on her hind legs. When the five met up with each other in the middle of town, they were all shocked with their costumes.
I feel like I went too soft on my choice compared to yours, Zip.
Sunny said, still amazed by the work of her costume.
How did you even get it to look that real?
Zip bashfully looked to the ground.
Well, I may have had our makeup designers in Zephyr Heights help out with it, but I'm very into this holiday stuff, so I usually go for as realistic as I can. When it was just our style, I went with real materials, as it got to the point where Mom sometimes thought I was being a little overboard.
Zip then decided to scare the four ponies a little, making mechanical movements towards them. She was giving them a very scary and killer-focused look towards them, her wings fully extended in a glitchy fashion.
That I can confirm,
Pip said with a laugh. You look great though, Sunny. The light-up orange crystal in your necklace is really pretty, Hitch pointed out, trying to keep Sunny from regretting her choice.
Well, on the bright side, you could just burst into your alicorn form,
Izzy said with a full smile plastered on her face.
I must say, Izzy, you look really good with that outfit. Like, hot good.
Pip commented, getting a laugh from the group.
What can I say? I like to keep myself looking good.
She responded.
Hitch, I must put it out there, you and Pip look insanely cute.
Zip stated, pointing out the obvious.
You guys really match. And look like you're gonna cause chaos tonight.
Pip chuckled.
Maybe later.
She said, shrugging with a smirk. This slightly embarrassed Hitch.
Well, we should get to the party. It's an adults only with drinks.
Izzy basically shouted in excitement, getting yet another laugh from the group. As they all proceeded, Hitch pulled Pip slightly back from the group. We're gonna cause chaos tonight now? He was now smiling.
Oh, you'll see, big guy.
A pure seductive attitude dripped out of her mouth. This really woke up Hitch. As they got to the party, they were met with a very modern and open ballroom-style party. The ceiling had crystal orbs that were illuminated in various colors, hooked onto wires that moved them up and down in a wave-like fashion. Though it wasn't hard to see in the room, it was dark for the scary vibe. The music was very electronic, and the strobe lights matched the music. Ponies were all over the place. The dance floor, tables, the bar, everywhere. The good part was the party was restricted to keep it from getting crowded, so getting lost in the crowd would be pretty hard to do. Every pony that was there wore something different. The variety of costumes were off the charts. However, the attire style was very much similar. Most of the ponies, specifically the mares, wore quite attractive costumes, and the stallions were very sharp and almost formal styles of those costumes. The group stayed together, finding their table in a corner where the music wasn't too loud and the lighting was calm. They sat, and instantly, a gray stallion in a pure white suit and a dark purple shortened mane greeted them, asking for what drinks that they may want. Sunny went with something that surprised the entire group. Just hard cider. The most aggressive to be, that is. Izzy went for the Bridlewood Lights, known as an electric blue concoction of a drink that actually was illuminated by edible crystal minerals in the drink. Apparently, a few shots of that will knock almost any pony out. Izzy classically ordered 5 for the whole table. Zip went with a Maritime Bay Breeze, with coconut rum and strawberry banana flavoring. When the drink arrived, it looked like a smoothie from a secret island, a red and yellow striped blend to it. Hitch and Pip elected for both a lemon drop and a glass, not in a shot form. When the drinks arrived, they toasted the Bridlewood Lights, all noticing the harsh burn. No pony coughed, but wow did it burn. Hitch actually had to use his lemon drop as a chaser. The drink felt like it had no alcohol in it compared to the one Izzy had them drinking. This caused Pip to laugh, as she noticed his scrunched up face. A few minutes later, the food arrived, and by the end of the first course, Hitch started to feel Izzy's drink. He wasn't really a lightweight, but he rarely drank to begin with, so a drink that hard shocked his body considerably. He decided to take a few healthy sips of water, trying to dilute the increasing dizzying effect. The second course came, and finally the dessert. During this, Izzy had the group drinking all kinds of Bridlewood-inspired drinks. Hitch was amazed at the fact that Zip had virtually zero effect from this, or at least from what he could see from across the table. She was certainly chattier, but in no way had any decline in her motor skills. Sunny seemed okay. Probably. She definitely had a buzz, that was for sure, but she seemed to be in some sort of self-control. Izzy was still Izzy. It almost annoyed Hitch that Izzy was totally unfazed by this, as if she entered a cheat code or something to prevent her from feeling a thing. She drank the alcohol like it was water. Lastly was Pip. She seemed okay. Like Sunny, she definitely was acting different, but she seemed like she was 100% aware of what was going on around her, though the small sway of her body and her seat every now and then gave away her sobriety. Hitch just sat there the entire time they were at the table quietly, deciding to just listen in on the conversation, nodding his head very lightly, as when he did so, his head slightly spun more. When the dessert was finished, Hitch knew something was wrong with them. He never felt this drunk before. He wasn't nauseous or uncomfortable. He was actually quite contemptuous with himself, but very dizzy. He knew what was going on around him. That itself was no challenge. But again, he was extremely dizzy. Oh man, I can't wait to see what conversations they're gonna have. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. Anyways, let's get on to our sober donators. Top donators are 630, BadassWaffle, Only One Thing, Ceru, Orion, and IronSky. Darkside, Rayden, Narwhals, Blackmoonheart, Pastel Skies, Austin Rolan, Stu Hex, Sword Brother, Mordred, Omicron, Lyra, Runeside 9052, Will Chris, Twinkie, Ride Soul, Shadow Moon, Luigi 88, Chancellor Crust, Big Smoke 369, Jesse Smith, Bobcat GJF, and many more amazing people. Thank you all so much for watching this video and live life to the fullest.